Hi, this is Dr. Campbell. Today I wanted to talk about how can teachers prevent school violence. School violence against teachers continues to plague our nation and schools with no end in sight. Billions of dollars are funneled into programming and security measures with minimal positive results. School violence can only be minimized by teachers who take on the task of meeting the unruly students where they are. We can parallel minimizing school violence with the offense of a football team. The focus of the offense of a football team is to score points. Scoring points requires that the entire team protect the person who has the ball. In this example, we would use the teacher as the quarterback and the students as the other players. The players come to the classroom and the teacher calls the instructional plays. The success of the play is dependent upon each student completing their assigned task. If that student does not complete their assigned task, not only do they fail, but the team fails and the teacher fails. So the first task for the teacher is to teach the students to be successful. Success breeds happiness among students, which is the product of positive emotions. Positive emotions open students to new ways of thinking and acting. When students feel positive emotions, they become more open to new experiences. They feel more comfortable making connections with teachers. Teachers will consider alternative solutions and will consider alternative solutions to school violence against teachers. Over time, positive emotions allow students to form new friendships with teachers, developing new skills, and gain knowledge which will have a positive impact on student achievement. The second task is to refrain from the usage of sarcasm. As the quarterback, it is easy to use sarcasm as a tool for blaming the ineffectiveness of the players as a corrective function. Sarcastic messages create negative emotions. Negative emotions like fear and anger will close down the student's mind and heart and narrow down the number of possible reactions to only a few choices. The response to the life-threatening situations will trigger their brains into a mode of fight or combat mode. We know from the past history that many students choose to fight and combat. Choosing to fight or combat will only contribute to increasing school violence against teachers. Two alternatives to sarcasm that will eliminate school violence against teachers is to use praise and humor. Praise is an effective reinforcement that provides encouragement to students and is reinforcement for behavior performance improvement. Praise is an effective reinforcement that helps to build student self-esteem. The other alternative, humor, can build and strengthen teacher-student relationships, especially on the individual level. Humor increases the connection between the teacher and the student, which reduces tensions that can cause violence against teachers. Humor results from teachers who attempt to connect to students personally, stimulate the learning experience, and use humor as an alternative to the authoritarian discipline. Using humor as an alternative to discipline will help to establish positive relationships with most unruly students. At this point, many educators are summarizing that the above-mentioned strategies have not worked for the unruly students. You must now enter the mind of the unruly student and ask yourself, what are the successes of the unruly student? And I'm going to answer that question. They are successful at being unruly and creating havoc in your school and classroom. This is why it is important to replace that unruly behavior with academic success. Meet the unruly student where they are. If they are unruly in the classroom, instead of the normal discipline, have them to develop a plan for disrupting a classroom and then offering a solution. If they are unruly in school, have them to develop the process of unruliness in school and then offer a solution. Finally, if they have the propensity to induce school violence against teachers, have them write about that process and then offer a solution. This will allow the students to reflect on their practice of potential school violence against teachers and offer a solution. This is Dr. Campbell. You can read about this information and you can get other information on my website at www.positiveracialrelationships.com. Of course, if you want to talk about it, you can call me on my direct line at 856-566-3267. Have a great day, and thank you very much.
Yeah. Be sure to check out positiveracialrelationships.com. Check it. Look, pull your pencils out, class is in session. Let's focus on loving our neighbor without a question. Visit positiveracialrelationships.com. Leading classrooms together like a marriage bond. Kick racism out, that ain't what life's about. For more information, check the website out. Yeah.